Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a library book haul. So, I get a lot of my books from the library because it's free. The library here in Nevada has a lot of books, but they don't always have the newest releases, which is fine, which means you have to actually go through the stacks and find something new, which is great because you can find something different. And that could be a good surprise. It could be a good book. It could be a bad book. So I'll show you what I got recently. The first two books that I got are these two short story collections by Kurt Vonnegut. I've read some of Kurt Vonnegut before, mostly when I was in high school, so I thought I'd revisit his work because I always felt it to be very humorous. And these are two short story collections, like I said. This one is Look at the Birdie, and then the second one is While Mortals Sleep. And these were unpublished, so they published them after his death. So I'm excited to read those too. I like short story collections, so we'll see how those go. The next thing I got was Candide by Voltaire. This is a book by a French philosopher, and it was published in the 18th century. I think this was assigned to me in college, but maybe I dropped the class and never read it. But I felt like I should read it now. So the only trouble is I got this book on a hold and it's a large print edition, so we'll see how that goes, but I'm excited to read this. Other than that, I got two non-fiction books. The first one is Lives of the Artists by Calvin Tompkins. And this is where he has written about some very famous contemporary artists of this time period. So for example, some popular ones that are like Damien Hirst or like Cindy Sherman or Jeff Koons. I'm very interested in contemporary art, so I'm interested to see what he has to say about these different people. So we'll see how that goes. The next book I got is really exciting. It's called By the Book, Writers on Literature and the Literary Life from the New York Times Review of Books. And this is a really neat book because it features these small interviews by numerous writers. So I felt that this would be a good way to learn about their views on their own writing, but also it's a good recommendation for other books that influence them, or there's even a section of books that a lot of famous writers haven't read but know that they should. So I felt like this would be a really good jumping point to learn about some new books. And I see a lot of authors that I especially like for example, like Amy Tan and Dave Eggers, so we'll see what happens with that. The next thing, I got 4 graphic novels. The first one I got is called Night Fisher. It's a comic book novella by R. Kikuo Johnson, and it takes place in Hawaii, so I thought that would be really interesting. I was really drawn to it due to its minimalist cover. I like the simplicity of the 3 colors on the cover, and it's in black and white. The next one I got is this book called Tricked. I also chose it due to the cover. I like all the swirls of colors. I have no idea what it's about, but it's another standalone in black and white. The third one is called French Milk, and it is a graphic novel of this girl, Lucy Kinsley's trip to Paris with her mother. So we'll see how that one goes. It looked really interesting. There's some photographs involved in there. And this one is called A Bag of Marbles, and it looks like it's a graphic novel chronicling a boy's experience as a Jew in Nazi Germany. And I thought that the artwork on this, just from looking at it, was going to be very interesting. So it's very beautiful and very colorful, so I'm excited to read this one, and it's not too long. And finally, the last book was a recommendation from YouTube. I finally got Burial Rites by Hana. This has been all over YouTube. It's a book about the last female to be executed in Iceland. And I especially am interested in Iceland. I'm a really big Bjork fan, so I'm excited to read this one. I'll be starting this one soon. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching.